Yeah, so I guess I reached my limit, gang. Yeah, it happened. All those days of thinking I can make it through a little bit longer, or no, I don't have to rest. I don't need food, water, or anything like that. No, I can tough it out, as they say. Everything will be fine. But no, that's not how that happened. I'm at my match. I was brought to my knees quite literally by my own body, and it is safe to say that the definition of what happened was I collapsed. It was not fun by any means, and it was actually quite a unique experience because I have never fainted before. I have only experienced really lightheadedness. I know I've experienced vertigo once before. That was the worst feeling in the world. But no, I have officially fainted. So how the story goes is that I had been fighting a head cold for the past, I want to say, 3 days. I had decided to take some really strong Tylenol and hope for the best. I woke up, took some Tylenol, had some hot tea because my throat wasn't feeling good, and tea fixes everything and all that stuff. And then I head over to church. And I get there, everybody's there, and it's fun and games, and it's great. It's great. And I sit down at the couch because church is held in a house. It's not some massive church. It's a very local, very small community type thing, and I sit down on the sofa, and I don't feel very good. Like, I just felt weird. I didn't feel nauseous per se. Like there was an element of nausea in there, but I wasn't like full on nauseous. I just felt really weird. Like breathing felt surreal. Like I almost felt like I was living outside of my own body. It was really weird. And I went to I went to go get breakfast because everybody brings their own dish for breakfast and puts it on the counter. And so I go on the counter and I grab breakfast. And I stand up, and when I get there, I really don't feel good. Like it keeps going, and like, it felt like I had spidey senses, like how it's illustrated, where it's like tingling all over Spider-Man's head or whatever. Like that's exactly how it felt. So I get breakfast, and then I go back to my seat, and then it just keeps getting worse, and I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. And well, some people started to take notice, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just feel really weird." And they take the plate of food away from me, and they ask, "Are you nauseous? Have you drank water?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been drinking water this past weekend, and I've been, hydrating, and I've been fine." And but like I'm really beginning to feel like this sense of nausea by now, and so a friend of mine comes over, and she's like, "Okay, let's have you move to the recliner so that just in case you have to throw up, you won't be throwing up right next to everybody else." And I'm like, "Okay," and I stand up, and then I sit right back down because the moment I stood up, I can't say what exactly happened because I don't remember. I think I stood up, And then the next thing I knew, I was on the sofa. I had fallen onto the sofa. It was reported that I was going in and out of consciousness. I could feel my body. I could feel anything that touched my body. I reacted to pain because people kept smacking me and trying to get me to wake up, and I would react to that sometimes, other times maybe not, and it was just like a back and forth thing. Apparently they did a chest test where like they bang on the center of my chest really hard to see if I would react, and I didn't. Somebody opened my eye and showed a flashlight in it. I do remember that. And then the next thing I know, I hear, "It's time to take her to the hospital." And I'm like, ooh, fun. So, I can't move a single thing. I can barely communicate half of what's I'm trying to say. Like, I can't move. I'm trying not to panic. I'm apparently going in and out of consciousness. I don't know what's going on. And, you know, the next thing, like, and there was a part that when someone said, "Yep, hospital," immediately I'm like, "No, I can't afford the hospital. I can't do this. Like, I can't, I'm just faking it, guys. I'm faking it. Haha, great joke. Like, I'm just faking it." And when I try and move, nothing moves. And I think that's when I really started to panic, because I couldn't move. I thought my brain was playing tricks on me, and it wasn't. Like, I could not move, and I couldn't keep my eyes open, and I couldn't move my head. Like, I couldn't move. And that's a really terrifying sensation to feel. I'm a strong advocate. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I put my mind to it, and nothing happened. So it was a bit hard, but next thing I know, I've got 3 people carrying me out to a car. I remember being in the car. Some people were there. Someone was holding me. I hear the driver go, I have a early 20s female, semi-conscious, not responding, we're going in and out, things like that. And next thing I know, I'm on a stretcher and they're rolling me into the ER. I don't remember when they put like the oxygen tubes in my nostrils or whatever. They put it on, and now here's the best part. So they couldn't stick me for an IV. Apparently I'm a really hard stick. It was the 5th time's the charm, and I think the most ironic part was I still felt it. I reacted to pain, so like I still felt it, and like I would scream, but I couldn't move. Like that, I feel like that was the biggest betrayal of the whole thing, was that I could not retaliate. I was scared, I was in pain, I was frustrated, and I couldn't do a single thing to express that except scream, which a lot of people were grateful for, because that gave them the indication that I was still alive. So at least there's that. But yeah, no, they went for my hands twice on both sides. They went for my forearm. They tried everything, and they pretty much said, "Okay, let's go get the expert." So they brought the expert in, and then she stuck me, and it finally. And then after that, it was just a matter of time before I completely came around. It was about, I want to say, 3/4 of the way through the first IV bag that I started regaining like complete consciousness. And it wasn't until maybe an hour and a half after that I could finally move my hands and my feet again. I ended up walking out of the ER. Like, I had regained strength, I had regained my body and control, but I gotta be real, man. Like, that was probably the most terrifying situation that I've been in a really long time. I It made me appreciate just what all I could do just naturally on my own before. It made me appreciate the physical endurance that my body can build. And it also made me appreciate the fact that God gave us rest days for a reason. When I got out of the ER and they were like, okay, you need to go to a doctor. But since I had previously moved, I had no primary care. And so they were like, okay, so we're going to get you into this doctor so you can see it as soon as possible. So that was squared away for me rather quickly. Told me to get to a doctor, and about a few days afterwards, I got with a doctor, and I go in and I fill out all the paperwork, and I see the doctor, and she, does all the basic examination tests until she's like, okay, so there's really no way to tell what it was because I wasn't there to give you the proper diagnoses or whatever. So there's really no telling. It could be a multitude of things. It could have been high exhaustion. It could have been the Tylenol that you had taken without enough water. Could have been not enough food to eat. It could have been really anything. So if it happens again, let us know. Was kind of the main thing. I was lightheaded, I want to say, for the next several days. It hasn't been really until this past week and a half that I've been able to really kind of focus and get back into things. I've actually been training for a half marathon in October, and I have a 10K in September. Honestly, okay, low-key, I did look up a routine regimen in AI. I think it was like ChatGPT, and it was very helpful. And then I realized I had to cross-train, and I did one session of cross-training and almost threw up, and I just couldn't take it. So I just decided to do interval runs and long runs and just stretching, although I need to be a lot better on stretching. So that's pretty much what happened there, and it's very ironic because I don't know. I just feel like the whole situation's rather ironic. I am constantly, well, before I was in this mindset of I've seen it on YouTube, I've seen it in movies, that won't happen to me. I hope it doesn't happen to me. And then when it happens to you, you're like, holy crap, it's happening. It's unlike any feeling you'll ever really experience, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I'm okay now, I think. I just did a 5-mile run yesterday, and I think I pulled something, muscle wrapping around my hip or my pelvis or something like that, and I don't know how to really help it recover other than just rest and stretching a lot, and maybe a lot of Tylenol. But I have been considering getting into calisthenics, just so that that cross training is still in there. I remember trying to get into calisthenics, and then I got so bored, dude. I got so bored. With running, you don't get bored, at least for me. Especially on treadmills, you can get bored, but when you run outside, oh my gosh, you could it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, no, I want to recover, and I want to give it my all, and I want to be my best for the Lord, both physically, artistically, really in each and every way that it is possible. And it feels absolutely miserable when you physically can't do anything for a while. I've been doing a full-time job while trying to get back into YouTube, while trying to write a book, while trying to draw a whole comic that very few people are actually reading and seeing, while trying, I am juggling way more attributes in my life than I probably should be, but I feel so happy and fulfilled when I get one step. if I get one thing done, it means I can get the next step done and the next step done. Like, I'm very good at locking into long-term projects, and just I'm really good at getting on the grind, I think. However, I can get on the grind on a lot of things, and that's where things get tricky. So hopefully, you know, prayers are appreciated if you have the time. And next video is going to be about my recent Draw This in Your Style challenge, as well as questions about my book, because I just finished the first draft of said book and I'm extremely excited about it. Please consider subscribing, because I work very hard and I don't feel like living my whole life in an office job, and I would really love to pursue art and creativity and inspiring others and praying for others, and really just serving the Lord in every way I can. So yeah, if you want to support me, that'd be great. I'm also on Patreon, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok now. I can't believe I'm on TikTok now, but I'm on TikTok now. X, Tumblr, kind of name it, I'm there. So, yeah, if you feel like it, it'd be greatly appreciated. Other than that, God bless you all. Godspeed, my hoodie homies, and I will see you guys next time.